Alright, now based on the array examples that we have visited, we need to understand how does it work in with memory. In this example, we have a 32 bytes, not bits this time. I'm just using it 32 bytes just for the size to be more easier. But basically, each byte contains 8 bits in most modern computers. So if you want to calculate, multiply 32 by 8, and you will find the bits available for you to use. But I'm just using bytes for to make life easier. That's just that. So we have an example, the previous example, where we have letters array of type character. So we have array of type character, and its name is gonna be letters with 4 size, or with size of 4, and we have the values A, B, C, and D. So when we allocate or when we initialize the array, we usually allocate the required bytes. So this array is 4 different elements of type character, and each element has one character, and that character in Java is 2 bytes. So now we have 4 elements of type character, and each character is 2 bytes. Basically, now we have 8 bytes. This means we're gonna take a space in memory of 8 bytes. So now we have 32 bytes available. We have taken 8, leaving us with 24 bytes available. So the moment you initialize the array, the memory will try to allocate the required spaces. And in our case would be 8 bytes. That's basically how a memory works when you're trying to initialize an array. It's a kind of the same story with an object, but with several objects consecutively. And if you didn't notice, when you initialize the array, they take a sequence. Like you can't really have some spaces taken here, then some spaces taken here, and some space taken here, some space is taken there. You can't have that. You need to have consecutive space taken chunk up right next to each other. You can't have some random location. No, it doesn't really work that way in terms of array. In other data structures, it may happen, but in array, only array, and yeah, mainly array. Not only because I don't know what else is available there, and I can think of it on top of my head, but when you're using array, you know for sure that you're taking consecutive spaces next to each other. So that's basically it for how memory works. I forgot to mention that every once you initialize an array, you can't really modify it, so you wouldn't be able to modify the size of array. That's just something that I forgot to mention.